Hey, what is going on, you guys? It is Mr. No Sleep here from Old School RuneScape, and welcome to a new video for you all today. It just so happens that this morning there was an update, and they finally improved the rewards from the muddy chest found in the deep wilderness. They also made a lot of different changes around the wilderness, which I will be covering in videos not too far from right now, so stay tuned for that. But in this video, I have 1,000 muddy keys, and we're going to be opening up this new and improved muddy chest 1,000 times today. And some of you might remember 4 years ago, I did open this chest up 3,000 times, and I was not impressed with the loot. So let's see the difference. And as we begin opening up these chests, reading directly from the wiki here, blighted supplies and Laren's keys have been added as possible loot while opening up this muddy chest now. At the same time, though, they did remove the mithril dagger, the anchovy pizza, and the coins from the drop table. However, the number of looted mithril bars and runes were increased. And it looks like I managed to get 25 blighted manta rays, so that was the only thing that was really different about this inventory as it goes for new drops. Before this update, you used to receive 2 laws, 2 deaths, 10 chaos, 1 mithril bar, and 1 ruby. Now you get 5 laws, 5 death, 15 chaos, 2 mithril bars, and 1 ruby. And the mithril bars are noted now, so that's a plus. So they did buff the overall loot that you can expect to get every single key, but at the same time, they took away that anchovy pizza, which if you open up 1,000 keys, you know, receiving 1,000 anchovy pizzas, that's definitely going to add to your price check, as well as 1,000 mithril daggers and the coins in general. So, I mean, that's a little upsetting that they kind of took away more potential profit that you could make by receiving those other items, because they upped the amount of runes, but these runes really aren't worth that much money these days. And same goes for the mithril bars, you know, law runes and death runes, as well as chaos runes. They've seen better days as it goes for the price. And speaking of price, it's 29k at the time of this video just to receive one of these muddy keys in the Grand Exchange if you buy them. And that price definitely will fluctuate, but I promise you they are always over 10k just because their demand is so high, but the supply is so low. This is mainly because the only 2 monsters that bring these muddy keys into the game are Chaos Dwarfs, which no one kills, and Crazy Archaeologists, which not enough people kill. And it's a 1 in 32 from the Archaeologist, so you can't get that many from him. The Dwarf, it's 1 in 18, but no one really camps them, so this makes muddy keys more expensive than the average key. Well, 100 keys in, and I finally received not 1 but 2 Laren's keys, so it might be like a 1 in 100 drop rate. Other than that, though, you can see the amount of runes, bars, and rubies are adding up nicely. It is a wilderness medium step to open up this muddy chest. That might be why you're familiar with this location. Other than that, there's a steel plate body spawn right next to this chest, which is very popular for low-level ironmen to collect. You do have to deal with a greater demon, but if you just protect from melee, he won't do any damage to you. Well, about 150 keys in, and we've gotten some manta rays, a little bit of anglerfish, and a couple Laren's keys. So pretty average as it goes for the new drops that were added, in my opinion. It's not like you can receive something over 1 million GP like you can with a Laren's key. This muddy key can only do so much, and I wouldn't really recommend this to anyone as it goes for like buying these keys and hoping to make profit. There's just not enough sold on the Grand Exchange, and you're going to have to pay top dollar if you want to get a huge stack of them, and it's not really necessary for any collection log that I'm aware of, so you shouldn't ever really have to do this unless you want to try it out. You may be wondering how I managed to get 1,000. Well, it just so happens that I was aware that this update was coming about half a year ago or so, and someone actually reached out via email and offered to sell me a bulk amount of these keys, 1,000 for 50 mil. So I invested 50 mil just to make this video happen for whenever this update hit, and hey, today that update finally hit. So it's nice to actually, you know, finally be able to use these keys. I've been holding them in my bank for quite a while now, and I was never expecting to make money off of this. You know, seeing as a Chaos Dwarf and a Crazy Archaeologist drop this, I don't see how they're ever going to be that profitable, but it is nice that they added Laren's keys. I will say that. We're going to be saving all of them up and price checking all of the loot at the end. Only ran into 1 PKer, which you guys just saw how that went. Luckily, I did get away, and he didn't have magic, so there was no way to kill me anyway. So you don't really need to bring food while doing this. Just stay diligent and try to use a total level world if you can. I don't think PKers are going to be scouting this location. You just have the low-level Ironmen who kill the lesser demon. Oh, I thought that was a greater demon. My apologies. And of course, you have that steel plate body spawn. So other than those people, you really shouldn't be running into anyone. You do need the Wilderness Hard Diary as well as high agility level to use the shortcut that I'm using. I don't even know why I'm giving you guys advice, honestly. I don't think anyone's going to watch this video and be ready and pumped up to go, you know, buy muddy keys and open these chests. I just don't see it happening, you know? This is one of those videos you probably skip towards the end just to see the loot, you know, but that's understandable. I will say that I got a lot of great feedback on my last upload, and a big thanks to you guys for watching it. I didn't think that Guardians of the Rift video would do so good, but it did great, and a lot of people were thinking that I'm running out of ideas, you know, but actually it's the complete opposite. You guys gave me so many more ideas in that comment section, so thank you so much for that. And I always take video suggestions, you know, so if you ever want to see something done, never hesitate to leave it in the comments below, and I might just get to it. But as it goes for this video, we are now 500 keys in, and we're about to check the bank tab. Looks like this inventory I did receive a little bit of manta rays and karambwan. These are blighted, so you can't eat them outside of the wilderness. They're only useful inside of the wilderness. I did wrap up the inventory though without showing the bank tab, so that's my mistake. But yeah, we're about 500 keys deep so far, and it looks like 8 Laren's keys total, 100 ice packs, which are just not worth that much, and of course the same ratio for bars and runes and rubies. That never changes. You can bring a gem bag here if you want to save inventory space, but I wouldn't recommend it. It's, you know, 45 wilderness. There's no need to risk anything unnecessary. This overall grind took about 3.5 hours to do. That was paying somewhat full-on attention. I was trying to handle Temporos on the side on my Iron Man. I am trying to finish up 30 hours of that to show you guys hopefully within a week. And I'm also working on another trash collecting video. This one's going to be 10 hours, not 20, but it's at a great prime location where there's so much stuff on the ground. So I really look forward to showing you guys that. If you're curious, I will talk more about this towards the price check, but had you opened up 1,000 muddy keys yesterday before this update happened, you would have made about 4.1 mil in loot. So let's keep that number in mind, 4.1 mil from 1,000 muddy keys, which regardless, you're never going to get muddy keys for less than 4K a piece. Like I said earlier, even less than 10K potentially, because the demand is high, but the supply is so low. So this was already a method to lose money. You know, there's no making money here. Maybe if you're like a wilderness locked Iron Man, this chest is beneficial for you, but as it goes for like actually making use of the keys and the profit, it's just never been a thing. We proved that 4 years ago when we opened up 3,000, and we'll prove today that it's either a little bit better towards profit, maybe it's even profitable, who knows, probably not though, or is this still just, you know, lose a bunch of money from opening up a chest? Who knows? We'll see. I'm really curious to see the results. This update has stood out to me for quite a while, and that's why I wanted to be prepared for it, but I did not expect this drop table. I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing the change that they made to all of the wilderness bosses today, as well as the rogues chests in 50 wilderness, there is just so much that I have to explore. And the thing is, I killed most of these monsters just in the last few months, and I even did a rogues chest video a few months ago, so it's like I'm redoing so much because they continue to update and upgrade certain things around the game. So never ceases to amaze me the content that we're going to be planning out and doing in the future. The bank tab is continuing to grow here as we are slowly getting to the end. What do you guys think about this update and muddy keys as well as muddy chests in general? You have any ideas to make this spot a little more, I don't know, interesting? Let me know in the comments below. But other than that, we are now opening up our last chest with our last key. Loot from 1,000, upgraded, buffed, whatever you want to call it. Muddy keys has been completed. Muddy chests, muddy keys, whatever you want to call them. So let's go ahead and do the price check. We got 5,000 law, death, and 15,000 chaos runes, 2,000 myth bars, 1,000 rubies, 21 Laren's keys, 250 ice packs, 400 raw karambwan, 325 manta rays, and 165 anglers, with 45 super restores to go along with that. 9.9 mil total. 4 years ago, that would have been 4.1 mil, or 24 hours ago, if you want to look at it that way. So I guess you could say that the loot from these muddy keys essentially doubled in value, a little bit more than that even. So that is nice to see. Took roughly 3.5 hours to do this. I'm going to go ahead and use these 21 Laren's keys that I did receive. Maybe I'll get lucky from them. They were valued at 3.15 mil, so we'll just see how much we make back in the loot. But as it goes for this update, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. This cost me personally about 40 mil, I think, because I bought the keys for 50 and I got back like 10, so I'll take it. You know, 40 mil for an upload, you know, whatever. It's okay with me. It's good to explore new things. I just wish that this could be a little more profitable, or muddy keys would be a little bit more accessible. But overall, I got back all of my money from the keys minus about 100k, so Laren's keys, worthwhile to open, no doubt about it. And with that being said, that's it for now, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. video, more wilderness videos to come, but so much more in between that as well. So big thank you to the YouTube channel members with a special shout out to DeceptionZ, xXzoticx, Necro, and Angelzblood. And until next time, Mr. No Sleep out.